Hello, my name is Christel. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to take you through a morning yoga flow just to start your day on the right way. Anyway, let's get started. Place the right hand by the right thigh, lift the left arm up, and then come over to the right side. Keep stretching the left arm above your head. Make sure both sit bones stay in contact with the mat. And feel the space you're creating on the left side of the rib cage. And if you can, breathe into the left side of your rib cage. Now place the left arm on the mat next to the left thigh. Raise the right arm up and bend over to the left. Keep extending the right arm above your head. Keep facing forward and feel the space again you're creating on the right side of your rib cage. And breathe into that side. One more deep breath and come back to center. Place the right hand on the left knee, left hand behind. Breathe in, extend the spine. As you breathe out, gently twist over to the left. Every time you breathe in, extend the spine. Every time you breathe out, see if you can twist a little bit more. You can even look over your left shoulder if it's comfortable for your neck. Don't force anything, otherwise just look to the side. Take one more deep breath and then come back facing forward. This time place the left hand on top of the right knee, left hand behind. Breathe in, extend the spine. Breathe out and twist over to the right. Remember, every time you breathe in, extend the spine, and every time you breathe out, see if you can twist a little bit more. You may even be able to look over your right shoulder, but only do that if it feels comfortable for your neck. One more deep breath, and then come back facing forward. Now extend the legs in front of you. Remove the flesh out of the way. As you breathe in, extend the arms above your head. As you breathe out, fold forward over the legs. Come into a passive forward fold. Just rest your hands on your ankle. If you can, keep the legs active, kneecap lifted, feet flex. If you need to keep your knees bent, keep your knees bent. And just take some nice deep breaths. Every time you breathe out, see maybe if you can come a little bit closer to your thighs, on your knees. And now come back into seated. Open the legs wide. Place the hands in front of you. Take a nice deep breath in. Extend the spine as you breathe out. Walk the hands away from you. Keep a nice straight spine. Lead from the heart. We keep the chest open, shoulders down, neck in line with the spine. And again, use your breath. Every time you breathe in, extend the spine. Every time you breathe out, maybe you can walk your fingers a little bit further away from you. Nice deep breaths. Walk the hands back towards you. And now bend the right knee. Place the right foot next to the left thigh. Turn your chest to face the left leg. Raise your arms up as you breathe in. As you breathe out, fold over the left leg. Passive forward fold. Try to rest your belly on your thigh. Again, every time you breathe in, extend the spine. Every time you breathe out, maybe you can lower yourself down a little bit more. Walk your hands back towards you and lift the chest up. This time extend the right leg, bend the left knee, place the left foot next to the right thigh. Turn the chest to face the right leg. Raise your arms up as you breathe in. As you breathe out, fold over the right leg. Take some nice deep breath. And again, use your breath. Every time you breathe in, extend. Every time you breathe out, maybe you can lower yourself down a little bit more. Place the hands back on the mat. Walk the hands back towards you. Lift the chest up. And now let's come into tabletop. All four. Make sure the shoulders are above the wrist and the hips above the knees. Come into cow. Create a nice arch in your spine. Breathe out, come into cat. Around the spine as much as you can. And again, breathe in, cow. Breathe out, come into cat. Push with the hands and the knees as hard as you can to round as much as you can. One more time. Cow and cat. And I come back into neutral. Push with the left hand and the right knee, and then extend the right arm up and the left leg. We keep pushing with the left hand, find your stability, feel the core engaged. Keep pushing with the left hand, keep the chest lifted. Looking straight down. Release. This time push with the right hand and the left knee against the mat, and once you're very stable, extend the left arm and the right leg up. Keep pushing with the right hand. Feel the core engage. Breathe. Well done. And then come back into tabletop. Open the knees, mat width distance apart. Bring the big toes to touch. Come and sit on your heels, extend the arms forward. Come into an extended child's pose. Keep reaching forward with the hands. The elbows are off the mat, and keep pushing the sit bones toward the heels. Coming into a spinal extension. Push with the hands, bring the knees back in line with the hips, come back into tabletop. Keeping your hips above the knees, walk the hands forward, let the chest melt between the shoulder, come into your puppy pose. You can either rest your forehead on the mat or your shin or your chest, whatever feels comfortable for you. Just make sure the hips stay above the knees. Take some nice deep breaths. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulder, push back into tabletop. Walk the hands slightly forward. Tuck your toes under. Lift the sit bones, come into your first downward dog. For the first downward dog, just bend one knee at a time. As we say, walk the dog. Feel the calf being stretched. Take some nice deep breaths. And now come into your full downward dog. Push with the hands. Keep lifting the sit bones. Push the heels towards the mat. And take some nice deep breaths. Step to the front of the mat. Keeping your knees bent, fall forward, come into your ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows. Release the neck, say yes and no. And just let gravity do the work. You can bend the knees as much as you want to. You can rest your belly on your thighs. Just let gravity do the work. Now release the hands on the mat. Keeping the knees bent, gently roll all the way up, one vertebra at a time. Take your time. Well done. Come and step at the front of the mat. Keep the feet hip distance apart. Raise your arms up. And then fall forward from the hips. Place the hands on the mat. Come into a halfway lift, so place the hands on the shin or the knees, wherever they need to come, so your chest is parallel to the floor, look straight down. Release the hands back on the mat, step the right foot back, and step the left foot back, come into plank. Shoulders above the wrist. Drop the knees on the mat, lower your chest down and forward, keep the elbows as close to your ribcage as you can, all the way down. Lift the head and chest off the mat into mini cobra. Release the head back down, push back into all four, tuck the toes under, downward dog. Step the right foot forward, use your right hand if you need to step the foot forward. Step the left foot forward. Come into your halfway lift. Release the hands back on the mat, bend the knees, roll all the way up, bring the hands to touch, and then again fall forward, halfway lift. Release the hands back on the mat, step the left foot back, step the right foot back, plank. Drop the knees on the mat, lower your chest and then forward, push with the hands, mini cobra. Release the head back down, push back onto all four, tuck the toes under, downward dog. Step the left foot forward this time. Use your hand if you need to. Step the right foot forward. Fall forward, halfway lift. Release the hands back on the mat, bend the knees, roll all the way up, bring the palms to touch above your head, and now release the hands in front of your heart in Namaste Mudra. Well done. And again, raise your arms up. Fall forward, hands on the mat. Halfway lift. Hands back on the mat. And now step straight into downward dog. Keep lifting the sit bones towards the ceiling, push the heels towards the mat. Bring the feet together, big toes touching, lift the right leg up as high as you can. Bend the right knee, roll forward, bring the shoulders above the wrist, and then step the right foot as gently as you can next to the right hand. Drop the left knee on the mat, lift the chest up, extend the arms toward the ceiling, low lunge. Make sure the front knee is on top of your ankle. Keep extending the arms and breathe. Place both hands on the mat. Push with the left hand against the mat, raise the right arm towards the ceiling. You can look at your right hand, or look to the side or look down, whatever feels comfortable for your neck. Place the right hand back on the mat. Push the right hand, this time extend the left arm up. And again, you can look at your left hand, look to the side or look down. Place the left hand back on the mat. Tuck the left toes under. Step the right foot back, plank. Drop the knees. Mini cobra, head back down, push back onto all four, downward dog. Well done. Step to the front of the mat. Halfway lift. Hands towards the mat, bend the knees, roll all the way up, bring the palms to touch above your head, and then lower the palms of your hand in front of your heart. For the other side now. Raise your arms up. Fall forward, hands on the mat. Halfway lift. Hands back on the mat. Step back into downward dog. Bring the feet together, big toes touching. Lift the left leg up as high as you can. Bend the left knee, roll forward, shoulders above the wrist, and then step the left foot as close to your left hand. Drop the right knee. Lift the chest up, extend the arms, low lunge. Again, make sure that your front knee is on top of your ankle and not further forward. Place both hands on the mat. Push with the right hand, extend the left arm up towards the ceiling. You can look at your left hand if it's comfortable for your neck. Otherwise, look to the side or look down. Place the left hand back on the mat. This time extend the right arm up towards the ceiling. And again, look at your right hand, but only if it's comfortable for your neck. Place the right hand back on the mat. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee, step the left foot back to come into plank. Drop the knees, lower your chest down and forward, come into mini cobra, lower your head back down. Push back onto all four, tuck the toes under, downward dog. Step to the front of the mat. Halfway left. Hands back on the mat, bend the knees, roll all the way up, bring the palms to touch above your head, lower the palms in front of your heart. Well done. Great job. Raise your arms up. Fall forward, hands on the mat. Halfway left. Hands back on the mat, step back into downward dog. Bring the feet together, big toes touching. This time lift the right leg up and not too high. Keep the hips on the same level. Bend the right knee and then step the right foot by the right hand. Drop the left knee on the mat. Lift the chest up, extend the arms into your low lunge. Again, make sure your front knee is on top of your ankle. Place the hands back on the mat. Tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee. Shift your weight onto the back leg. And then when you're ready, roll the spine all the way up and extend the arms to come into your high lunge. Again, make sure your front knee is not further forward than your ankle. Keep extending the arms. And now open into Warrior 2. So make sure the heel of your front foot is in line with the arch of your back foot. The torso is in the center, head above the heart, heart above the pelvis. Extend the arms in opposite direction. Bend the right elbow, place the right elbow on top of the right knee, extend the left arm up, extended side angle. Keep extending the left arm above your head. Come back into Warrior 2. Place both hands on the mat facing forward, step back into plank, drop the knees. Lower your chest down and forward, mini cobra. Lower your head back down. Push back onto all four, tuck the toes under, downward dog. Step to the front of the mat. Come into your halfway left. Hands back on the mat, bend the knees, roll all the way up. Bring the palms to touch above your head, then lower the palms in front of your heart. Well done. Other side. Raise your arms up. Fall forward, hands on the mat. Halfway left. Hands back on the mat. Step back into downward dog. Bring the feet together, big toes touching. And then lift the left leg up. Not too high, keep the hips on the same level. Bend the left knee and then step the left foot forward. Drop the right knee on the mat. Lift the chest up, extend the arms, low lunge. Make sure the front knee is not further forward than your ankle. Place both hands back on the mat, tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee. Shift your weight onto the back leg. And then roll the spine all the way up, extend the arms into your high lunge. Keep extending the arms. Open into your Warrior 2, so remember, heel of your front foot in line with the arch of your back foot. Torso in the center. Extend the arms in opposite direction. Look at the middle finger of your front hand. This is your drishti, your focus point. Bend the left elbow, rest the left elbow on top of the left knee, extend the right arm up, extended side angle. Keep extending the arms above your head. Come back into Warrior 2. Cartwheel, hands on the mat, step back into plank. Drop the knees, lower your chest down and forward, mini cobra. Lower your head back down, push back onto all four, back in downward dog. Step to the front of the mat. Halfway left. Hands back towards the mat, bend the knees, roll all the way up, bring the palms to touch above your head, lower the palms in front of your heart in Namaste Mudra. Now open the feet as wide as you need to. Bring the hands in prayer and then lower the sit bones to come into your Yogi Squat. So make sure the spine is straight and use your elbows to push your knees apart. You may use a block if you need to. Now extend the arms and lower the sit bones as gently as you can. And now I would recommend that you come into Shavasana for at least 5 minutes and only come out when you're ready to come back up. Thank you for practicing with me today. Please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the button on the screen. And thank you so much. Namaste.